Previously on Tale of Two Cities.
What's the matter?
Oh, Solomon, dear Solomon, after not setting eyes upon you or hearing of you for so long a time, do I find you here?
Shh! Don't call me that. Do you want to be the death of me?
Brother, have I ever been so hard with you that you ask me such a cruel question?
Well, come out if you want to speak to me. Pay for your wine and come out. Who is this man?
Mr. Crutcher!
Let him come too.
John Solomon or Solomon John? She knows you as Solomon, but I know you to be John.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know all I mean, but I can't remember your name from across the water.
Barsad. Don't be alarmed, my dear Miss Cross. I arrived at Mr. Lorry's yesterday evening. Come, Mr. Barsad, do you go with me to the bank?
I'll hear what you've got to say. Let's go.
Witness of the trial?
Mr. Barsad has been recognized by Miss Pross as the affectionate brother you have heard of, and has acknowledged the relationship. But I passed the worst news. Darnay has been arrested again.
What do you tell me? I left him within these 2 hours, and I was about to return to him, arrested after all that. When was it done, Mr. Barsad?
Just now, if at all.
In short, this is a desperate time, when desperate games are played for desperate stakes. Let the doctor play the winning game. I will play the losing one. No man's life here is worth purchase. Anyone carried home by the people today may be condemned tomorrow. Now the stake I have resolved to play for, in the case of the worst, is a friend in the conciergerie. And the friend I purpose to myself to win is Mr. Barsad.
You need to have good cards, sir.
I'll run them over. Mr. Lorry, can you go pour me a drink?
Sure.
Thank you. The English traitor, an agent of all mischief, so much spoken of and so difficult to find. That's a card not to be beaten. Have you followed my hand, Mr. Barsad?
Not to understand your play.
I play my ace. Denunciation of Mr. Barsad to the nearest section committee. Look over your hand, Mr. Barsad, and see what you have. Don't hurry.
I admit, I'm a spy.
Now I think again. I have a strong impression I have another good card here, not yet enumerated. That friend and fellow sheep. Who was he?
French. You don't know him.
Can't be. Spoke good French. But like a foreigner, I thought.
Provincial.
No, foreign. Clyde, disguised but the same man. We had that man at the Old Bailey.
Now you are hasty, sir. Clyde has been dead several years. I tended to him at his last illness. He's buried in London.
That there Roger Clyde, master. So you put him in his coffin?
I did.
Who took him out of it?
What do you mean?
I mean, he weren't never in it. You buried paving stones in the earth in that there coffin.
Do you play?
No, I throw up. I confess that I never would have escaped from England at the risk of being ducked to death, and Clyde never would have got away at all but for that sham. Now what do you want with me?
Not very much. You are a turnkey at the conciergerie.
I've told you once and for all, there's no such thing as an escape.
Why
possible.
need you tell me what I've not asked? You are a turnkey at the conciergerie.
I am, sometimes.
You can be when you choose.
Yes, I can pass and go when I choose.
So far, we have spoken before these two, because it was as well that the merits of these here cards not solely rest between you and me. Come to this dark room here and let us have one final word, alone.